Hi everyone. This is my first video in quite a while, and I'm happy to say that this is because for the first time in many, many months, I can actually see my screen without multiple pairs of glasses stacked on top of one another, thanks to successful treatment at Wills Eye Hospital in Philadelphia. So I've still got some miles to go, but big thanks to the folks over there for getting me back into fighting shape. Today's truism comes from an interesting exchange that I had with my son recently. So the way that you're seeing me today is how folks normally see me when I'm working from my home office. And my good friend Jeff Lyons joked recently that during this age of Zoom calls, don't ever ask about the guitars in somebody's background because that's what they want you to do. I don't know about that, but they are in the background today for a reason, which is that many years ago, I was, like so many folks in the tech field, a semi professional musician that tried and ultimately failed to make it my full time gig. I am very much at peace and happy with music being a passionate hobby now. But recently, my 11-year-old son heard me playing and he said, "Dad, you're actually pretty good. How come you never made it as a musician?" Now, for years, my stock answer to that has been, well, I was just never in the right place at the right time. And of course, there is some truth to that. But something else clicked for me this last time because of conversations that we've been having regularly at the office lately, and that is that if I'm being honest, I was a pretty convincing imitator of styles and artists that I liked, but I don't think my thought process was ever being deliberate enough about what I might be able to add to the musical conversation that would be something that nobody had heard before and would therefore actively seek out. I was mostly just adding more of what was already out there. The reason why I'm so fascinated by folks like Prince or David Bowie or Kate Bush or Miles Davis and so many others is because they were actively trying to stand out and do something new and fresh in a sea of noise. And that's one that was nowhere even close to as saturated as that sea of noise is today. Obviously, all musicians and all businesses stand on the shoulders of those who came before them, and plenty have indeed achieved success by being imitators. But a constant question that clients are asking us these days, and candidly, we continue to ask ourselves, is how can we stand out and differentiate in a world where our potential customers are being literally bombarded all day long by messages trying to earn their attention, where the norm is for them to just delete in bulk in order to even attempt to keep their heads above water. And we're not even just talking about marketing messages here. When we're talking about the attention of your customers, your competition is everyone and everything. Every app sending them notifications, every message on every square inch of screen or real estate, making it so that they can barely keep up with colleagues, friends, and family, let alone be interested in your product or service. Whether you're creating compelling content, designing eye catching products, or simply trying to capture someone's interest, you need to consistently ask yourself hard questions about how you're different from what else is out there. That may sound very elementary, but if you're not doing it diligently and regularly, you will find yourself at some point asking, why isn't this working the way that we had hoped? It is not something that you do once and then never again. It is a constant, ongoing process that is very often overlooked. This process is also most powerful when it's aligned with research that helps you objectively understand your audience and what makes them tick. So their objective wants, needs, pain points, and workflows, not what you're projecting on them based on your own ego, your own bias, or what you want to be true to match your current strategy. Right? With good research, you can tailor your approach to resonate with the demonstrated interests, needs, and desires of your audience. Otherwise, you are literally just guessing, and you're not really giving anyone a reason to pay attention or pay money. So, swipe deleted. Also, beyond being differentiated, consistency and authenticity go a long way. People can tell when you're phoning it in. Building trust and reliability helps you stay on people's radars, and it distinguishes you from fleeting trends or empty noise. In fact, it's a differentiator in and of itself as more and more of this kind of work gets automated, and it can be really hard to discern between what's genuine and what's an algorithm. So remember, in a world overflowing with choices, your competition isn't just other businesses or creators. It is the entirety of the vast, overwhelming landscape of entities, digital and otherwise, that are trying to gain our attention throughout the day. So make your mark by objectively understanding your audience, providing value, and fostering genuine connections, reasons for them to seek you out. Your competition is actually everything. So to stand out, continue to ask yourself, is it innovation or is it imitation?